In this video, I'm going to show you how to graph exponential functions. This is an exponential function because it has an x as an exponent. This y equals x squared is not an exponential function because the exponent is a number. But here, it's an actual exponent with an x. Okay, so to do this, I want you to be able to graph this equation. So what you're going to do is make an XY chart and divide it into 5 sections. You see the 5 sections? In the center, you're going to put a 0, 1, 2, and then you're going backwards, -1, -2. So let me do that. In the center, I'm putting a 0, a 1, and a 2, then a -1 and a -2. And you're going to do that with all of your XY tables. Every time I ask you to graph something, you're going to make an XY table, and the top is going to look just like that, okay? Now we have to figure out what to put in the y. Well, it says y equals 3 to the x power. Well, what if I say y equals 3 to the 0 power? What does y to the 0 power equal? It equals 1. So I'm going to put a 1 right there. Anything to the 0 power is 1. What if I say 3 to the first power? What will that be? Well, it's just 3. 3 to the 1 power is just 3. What if I say 3 to the second power, which means 3 squared? 3 squared is 9. Now, what if I say 3 to the -1? Remember, we have to circle this because it has to go downstairs. So this is going to equal 1 over 3. So over here, I'm putting 1 over 3. And then what if I say 3 to the -2? Well, it has to go downstairs because it's a negative number. It's not a negative number, it's a negative exponent. So that has to go 1 over 3 squared, which is 1 over 9. So I'll go over here and put 1 over 9. Now, to graph this, I just plot all of these points. Sorry, guys. So I'm going to plot my first point, which is 0, 1. 0, 1, I'm plotting. So I go over 0, and I go up 1, and I put a dot. My next point, I'll go 1, 3. So I go over 1 and up where I think 3 might be. Put a dot. Then I'm going to go over 2 and up 9, and it'll probably go right off your graph, guys. It'll go right off your graph. And then, but then I'm going to go -1, and I'm just going to go up a little bit. -1, and I go up 1/3. I don't know where that is, but it's a little bit up like that. Then I'm going to go over to -2, and I'm only going to go up 1/9, which is a very teeny tiny, like that. That's my graph. All I do is connect the dots, and that's my exponential graph. And that's how you do these problems.